Bobcat fans, Al Weston here. It's time once again for a Bobcat Coach's Corner. Got Mo Smith with us. Thanks for being with us, Mo.
Hey, I'm glad to be here.
And we got something positive to talk about as well. We come off a big W, a 94-52 or a 94-42 win over Allen University NAI just a few days ago. This broke a 5-game slide for you. How was the morale of the team coming into this one, and how much did it change after?
Well, I tell you, it's always tough when you're on a losing skid, and it was especially tough, for us being on that 5-game losing skid, and the road wasn't too kind to us, for the team. And but I thought, there were some positives, there were some negatives, but it's always good to get back home and handle business the way we did. And the morale is good. Anytime you get a win, especially coming off, losses, it always helps the team. And so, we're doing good right now.
Obviously, the turnovers were big in this one. They had 32. You turned that into 50 points on the other end in the box score. Is that, do you think, going to be a catalyst for us as the year goes on? Or defense going to create offense for us, you think?
Yes, and that's our key. That's our goal. For our defense to create offense, and even if it's not off of turnovers, if we can get stops and misses and rebound the basketball and get it out in transition, which, we did last game pretty well. That definitely helps, our offense and really creates opportunities for us to score.
You had a couple of folks up here with some good numbers in the box score that hadn't so far this season. One of them, Lisa Mitchell, she made every shot she took, 3 from the floor and I think 6 from the free throw line for 15 points. Tell me about Lisa. She hadn't had the opportunity to get that shot off very much, and she got it against Allen.
Right. Well, I'm proud of Lisa. Lisa, she comes to practice and she works hard, every day. And I had a conversation with her the other day. She's kind of forced to play the 1 guard position, and she's more naturally a 2, and she's been handling that pretty well, and it's been a tough time for her, just trying to find some minutes for her to play, and she definitely took advantage of her opportunity versus Allen, and it's extremely I'm extremely proud of her by the way she shot the ball. She's a good shooter, and she if she continues to shoot like that, she'll definitely play.
Michaela Moore is another one of your freshmen, and she had a little bit of trouble finding the range in the early going, but in this one she seemed to do that, hit 4 3-pointers, and she's a scorer. I know in her high school game that's why you brought her in, is to put the ball in the hoop. And does she have a little bit of more confidence, you think, after that?
Yeah, I think so. As a shooter and for a shooter to really hit shots, they got to have confidence. And Michaela has been struggling shooting the ball prior to the Allen game, and this game really boosted up her confidence, and she's a real good shooter, and that's the biggest thing. She always got to think, hey, next shot, next play. As a shooter, you got to kind of get those misses out your mind. You got to have a fast or a quick memory, as they say. And,
sure.
So it was really good for her to get off and knock some shots down.
You guys also knocked some shots down from the free throw line, hit over 80%, and actually you're the top team in the league right now in free throw shooting. Is that a point that you guys stress in practice?
Well, it is. It is. If we can, help ourselves out, with, that's another scoring opportunity, especially, with our offense kind of being up and down right now. So if we can get to the free throw line and take advantage of those opportunities and, get the ball inside and really make it a point of emphasis. That's what we try to do, make it a point of emphasis to really get to that free throw line. And if we can continue to shoot a great percentage like that, that'll definitely help our chances of winning ball games down the road.
Talk to me a little bit about the schedule. This is such an awkward time of year where you get a couple games under the belt. Now you got this large stretch, not going to play again until the 14th, and then again another break until the 30th. How do you keep them going?
Well, it's a challenge, because we have finals going on, and you want them to be fresh mentally and not fatigued too much going into finals. But at the same time, we're trying to accomplish a lot on the basketball court, because this is probably our biggest gap or time frame where we can work on a lot of stuff. We can tweak a lot of stuff, from the offensive end, from the defensive end. But we want practices short and sweet, and effective. So, you know, it's a balance. You know, we're depending on the players a great bit to really come to practice mentally prepared, and at the same time get the job done in the classroom and finish strong with the finals and everything. So this is a true test of a student athlete. And but I think, you know, we have the ladies who are capable of doing those things and handling both at the same time.
Well, you got a lot of folks that are doing this for the first time at the collegiate level too. Right. The balance of collegiate athletics as opposed to high school athletics, right, with that academics. How has everybody been with so many freshmen? How have they been talking to you more about the progress reports?
Well, you know, everything when you ask them, everything is all good.
That's probably what they tell mom and dad.
That's
too,
right.
Right.
That's right. So you know, we continue to check on them. We have, you know, pretty good relationships with a lot of their professors. You know, we have, you know, still have, you know, really good resources in place with tutoring, and our faculty associates, Catherine Whalen, she's been very instrumental in helping us carry out some academic things, you know, amongst the team. So it's, you know, I think we're doing pretty good. You know, the telltale will be when those grades come out, and I was just talking to Coach Wagner. We're looking for a really good semester as far as GPA.
All right. Well, we're back in action, as I said, after finals week on the 14th. That's at North Georgia for a doubleheader. It's our first Peach Belt Conference game. Again, the goofy portion of the schedule where you get the conference game going, and then you got to play some non-conference again. But again, how do you stress the element that these ones count a little bit more for you guys? You want those conference wins more than the non-conference ones. Have you been stressing that yet with the team, or does that come later?
Yes, we have. You know, and you know, when we were kind of on the road, and you know, we were, you know, experiencing those tough losses, and you know, even now when we're kind of playing teams out of conference, you know, we're letting them know that, hey, we're preparing for conference. You know, we gotta, you know, see the total picture, the big picture. You know, we're preparing for conference. You know, let's continue to make strides of improvement. You know, every day in practice. You know, every game, and let's just build from it. And by the time conference come around, hey, let's see where we're at. And that's the overall goal, because that's when the true season begins.
Sure.
Right.
Have you seen anything on the Saints yet? Do you know what kind of game they're going to have this year?
Well, we had the opportunity to play in their tournament, which they hosted a great tournament right before Thanksgiving. And they have a pretty good team. They're skilled. You know, Buffy does a great job with them up there. I know they have a really good transfer from Wake Forest down in the post who can really score. You know, they have some really good guards who can spread you out and shoot it well. Nice athleticism. You know, just a well-balanced team that we know we'll have our hands full once we get up there and play. But we're expecting to go up there and compete and be prepared and do our job.
Well, I know it's one of our longest relationships, dates all the way back to the NAIA days for us here at Georgia College, where we played North Georgia pretty frequently, so a long history between us and the Saints. Well, if you can't make it up to Dahlonega, we want to make sure that you catch all the links on gcbobcats.com. We've got the broadcast, as always, through the home team networks there with Scott McLeod and Chandler Lee. And also they'll have some video elements up there at North Georgia through Ustream, just like we do. Every conference team has that relationship with Ustream. So you can catch the video, maybe turn down their audio and turn ours up instead so you can listen to the better broadcast. But we want to make sure you follow that. If you can't get in there, live stats, the whole deal, and then maybe we'll talk some more about the Christmas tournament, that Stair South Classic that you got coming up at the end of the month next time. For Mo Smith, Al Weston, for the Bobcat Coaches Corner.